Show. It's the Real Chat Daddy Show. It's the Real Chat Daddy Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy Show. Always say everything at this time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys on yet another beautiful day here in the Chicagoland area. Wonderful, wonderful temperatures. I think this afternoon it probably got up to about 83, 84 degrees, but still yet a great breeze. But we want to remind everyone that we are expecting a heat wave this weekend. So make sure you take all the precautions to keep you and your family safe. We have another great show planned for your viewing and listening pleasure this evening. We are in the midst of back to school season, whether you have young people who are physically going back to school or young people who are still learning virtually, but it seems as if most young people will be going back to a school. Tonight, to talk to us about a wonderful back to school event and health fair that is held every year is Illinois State Senator Mattie Hunter. She represents the 3rd District here in Illinois, and we're excited to welcome her tonight to talk about her wonderful event that will take place this weekend. And then last night, we learned an eye-opening discovery about Red Summer, the summer of 1919 here in Chicago. And so tonight, we're going to talk about the young man who ended up drowning because he was hit in the head with a rock. He was a 17-year-old African-American. Historian Tammy Gibson will come by tonight to talk to us about the life and times of Mr. Eugene Williams. And as you all see, our co-host is very excited about that because that was a very deep conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Our co-host, book author, motivational goddess, the one and only Miss K. Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge. Good evening, my dear. How are you? And happy Tuesday.
Good evening, Chat Daddy, and happy Tuesday to you and the rest of our audience. I am good. It's Tuesday. It's supposed to get real hot over this coming weekend.
Yes.
So I get to wear some more sundresses. How about that?
Yes, it is sundress season. And we've been laughing about that on social media because, a lot of the guys are saying ladies no longer wear sundresses anymore, that the ladies want to have on them little honeycomb skin tight pants. And there's something about summertime and a woman in a sundress. I don't care how curvy she is, how, whatever the case may be, summertime and a sundress is synonymous. So thank you for keeping them in fashion.
Well, that's, for me, when I used to date, men will always say, you look just so nice, because I can wear a sundress. Sundress and some nice sandals. Make sure my feet are looking fabulous, because we can't have the feet looking bad now.
No. I'm a firm believer in a great pedicure and a great manicure.
Yes.
But this time of year, if you're going to wear them feet out, please, a great pedicure, men and women, is essential. Yes, don't be getting in my bed ripping up my sheets.
Wait. For those who don't know, that movie Boomerang, once I saw that movie in 92, I was like, oh no, we're getting the pedicure and manicure everyone. Okay.
Yes. Amen. I feel the same way as well too. I take care of my hands and my feet. I do. Well, Kay Renee, we have much to talk about this evening. First of all, we want to thank our audience. You guys have been absolutely amazing. There are some of you all who watch us every night, and we truly do appreciate you for your support. We're gaining more people watching this show, and we just appreciate you guys. We got some great stuff coming up on the show, so just hang tight. All right, so I don't even know where we can even get started in the news tonight. We have everything from New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is in trouble. The first Black woman to win a gold medal in wrestling at the Olympics.
I heard.
Our girl Simone Biles, Angela Bassett. We just got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to let you start off with something first, and then I'll get it together. So what you got to talk about first?
Well, let's just congratulate Miss Simone. She won the bronze, and you have to give it to her for someone to just make the decision to say, you know what, my body's not right. I'm going to step back. And she received so much criticism, because of that. And so now that she, got herself together and was able to compete, and not only compete, she won a bronze medal. Just, good shout out to Miss Simone Biles.
Right, very good. Keep talking, Kay Renee.
Okay. No worries. And as Art mentioned, we had the first Black woman to win a gold medal in wrestling. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I have never wrestled anyone, a woman, especially a sister, to win a gold medal. It's not something unusual, I guess.
Oh my God, I had forgot to hook us up to our dedicated line. And when we started blinking in and out, I said, and I had to go run and do that. So thank you, darling. Great recovery. We apologize, you guys. That was a little technical difficulty we had. So yes, we were talking about, her name is Tamira Misha Starr, and she was the first woman to win in freestyle wrestling, the first African-American woman, and she won a gold medal in Tokyo, and this was in front of the entire world. Wasn't that amazing?
Hey, as I said, there are women who, especially sisters, they will wrestle you down. Now we can say as one of our own has gotten a gold medal.
Yes, how about it? Absolutely, yes. How about that? Isn't that incredible? So for all you sisters that's been out there wrestling and tussling and all that, and I hate to see a woman wrestle with anybody, but if you are a sister that know how to scrap, you may want to consider wrestling in the Olympics, because Sister Girl ended up winning a gold medal, and we just want to say congratulations, Miss Stock. You did the doggone thing. All right, very good. Well, today we found out that New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, Democrat there in New York, is up on sexual harassment charges from multiple women, including employees at his office. This is a violation of state and federal law. President Biden has called on Cuomo to resign. And so what do you think about this whole situation?
We knew this was coming. When the story first broke earlier in the year, we knew this was coming. We were just waiting, just like Mount St. Helens. The volcano is there. You just waiting for it to erupt. And I don't feel bad for him because he knows what he's done. I feel bad for his mother. Okay, his mom is like in her 90s. How is it at a 90-year-old knowing that her son has done some bad things? Even his brother Chris Cuomo, who is an anchor for CNN, he's been quiet like church mice. So this doesn't surprise me, Art. It's sad, but because remember when the pandemic first hit, Governor Cuomo was like, everybody was like, we're going to talk to Andrew, because Andrew know what he talking about. Little what happened, what he was doing. So,
well, now I did have this conversation with a couple of gentlemen. This is really going to change a lot of things. When Bill Cosby ended up going to prison, I know a lot of men who said, you know what? I'm not going to be as friendly. I'm not going to flirt with women like I used to. Men and women have always had a way of communicating with each other in ways that I've always thought was questionable. When you at the office, unless it's such a serious relationship, how you have the husband at work, the wife at work, how you and I on this show, I'm like, hey, darling, are you okay? All of that. But you and I are close like that. So a lot of men are saying that there's a thin line between me being a nice guy and a woman, liking me being a nice guy and you being a creep or so I'm wondering, and I'm not trying to defend him in any type of way, because this man, these charges are there, but I wonder if that's the type of person he was and it just went the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me just say this and share this. I've been sexually harassed in the workplace. So I know the difference between being friendly, being, being able to collaborate with your colleague, and then downright from a man to say what he wanted to do with me. So I know the difference. Yes. And I guarantee you, some of these women, in fact, it was reported that, he was asked, why don't you give me a kiss? There's certain things you just don't say. That, you won't say no type of language like that. So, unfortunately, if Biden has asked him to resign, he's going to need to really get his house in order.
Well, now here's the deal. When the other Democrats was trying to get him to resign a while ago, Biden stayed very tight-lipped about this. Biden didn't say anything. So I don't know if because of Biden's level of being the president and maybe being the main chess piece in this situation, and now he's saying something, then, I'm with you on that. But I find it awfully funny he didn't say anything before, but then he may be the nail that closes this coffin,
Well, here's the thing. He may have said something. He just didn't say it publicly.
Yes. All right.
He may have had his thoughts about, and I'm sure they probably had a conversation. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't before President Biden took office.
Right. Yes.
Tell him to get your house in order. So now Andrew's going to have to get his house in order.
He is. Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll hear more about that. Speaking of the state of New York and the city of New York, New York City is now requiring proof of vaccination for indoor activities like dining, fitness, entertainment. Could such a move be implemented here in Chicago? Tonight on the evening news, quite a few news stations went to various neighborhoods where the restaurant said you now have to show proof of vaccination. Kay Renee, I'm torn on this in many different ways. First of all, do you think Chicago will impose that rule? Do you think we'll go back with the mandatory mask mandate again? And keep in mind, the numbers are on the rise across the country.
If it's up to Auntie Lolo, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, you bet you. If it's up to her, yes.
Okay.
So that's all I'm gonna say. If it's up to Madam Mayor Lori Lightfoot,
right,
you betcha, yes.
But now here's my question: what makes my vaccination card legitimate? The vaccination cards are on basic cardboard that can be easily duplicated, copied. Quiet as it's kept, you could buy a vaccination card under the L.
Yes, you can.
This past weekend. So what makes that legitimate? And if people lie about a parking ticket, lie about other things, what makes you think they would not lie about being fully vaccinated?
I think what needs to happen, now my auditor hat is about to come on right now. Okay. It should be a QC code, honestly, where you can scan and it goes directly to your, wherever you got the vaccination. And that will be an independent source to verify that you've been properly vaccinated. That's just my, if they could develop something like that, because like you, I have my cardboard piece of paper that has the two specific dates and times when I was scheduled to get my first Pfizer 1 and 2. I still have it. Now also, for my personal records, I can go in to, check. But I think, for people who, everyone has a smartphone, if they would be able to send people a QC code to let them know you've been properly vaccinated, I think that would help. That's just a thought.
Well, now, who's getting ready to rack up is the company Clear, because Clear was the company that you had to go through to be able to be legitimate to go to the Pride Fest. And so I guarantee you, Clear makes you register, put all your information in, and then they send you something back saying, okay, yes, you've been vaccinated. Now, how they're checking that, I do not know. But I just look at it like this. It's too uncertain right now because people are quick to lie about things. So
very much so. But that would be a good idea, a good way across the board to ensure that you have been properly vaccinated. No counterfeit vaccination cards, because I'm sure, and you know where we live, they're going
Right.
if there can be some booster bags, there gonna be some booster
Yes.
vaccination cards.
Right. Because now
So
let me ask you this, and this is just off the top of your head. I hope your card is not sitting in front of you or anything, but is your card printed on both sides or just one side? Just
both sides. Both sides.
This weekend, while watching the news, watching young people go into Lala, they're showing footage, right, of people going in. The man is like, show your vaccination card. They just showing whatever. I saw two young people walking through the turnstile. It was blank on the back of their cards. Who would take time? You see what I'm saying? I saw this on the news in B-roll. So it makes me wonder who's really checking this, you know?
And again, by you saying that, Art, at Lollapalooza, that means
yes.
That means there's going to be a huge uptick. Because that tells me, again, my auditor hat is on, that they probably did not get the proper, accurate, confirmed vaccination. They probably got it from Pookie down on 79th Street or wherever to go to Lollapalooza. So,
and then here's another thing that I found out. Most rapid tests are not accepted in higher situations. When I say higher situations, travel, entering into some place, there's a special test that has to be administered. So for all the people who ended up getting the rapid test, those tests really, they say you negative now, but I guess the more administered tests delve more into your, strain, whether you would have the strain or not, or whatever the case may be. But I've been told that a lot of the rapid tests are not being accepted a lot of places because, it's not as accurate as a more detailed test. So I don't know. We may have to get somebody on to help us to understand that.
Absolutely. And I know I heard this morning in the morning news that the positivity rate is starting to go up again.
Yes, it is. Yes, like you wouldn't believe. It is. Yes. Well, for those of you all that have been traveling, I said yesterday on social media, I see a lot of y'all on vacations with your bae or your boo. Even though we've not seen your bae or boo in any of the pictures, you all are really traveling. Well, guess what? Chicago has now added 5 more states and Puerto Rico to the travel advisory. As of Tuesday, they're recommending that unvaccinated people entering Chicago from these areas test negative for COVID-19 or quarantine upon arrival. So now added to the list is Georgia, of course, Hawaii, Kentucky, South Carolina, Utah, and of course our good friends over in Puerto Rico. So
Utah, Mormon state? Oh,
Mormon state. Because guess what? Utah has been having some hot little events lately. I know several people who have gone to things in Utah recently, and they've been having a great time in Utah. And so this now brings it up to 19 states, along with 2 U.S. territories that we cannot travel to. So now here's the list again. Alabama, no. Alaska, no. Arizona, Arkansas, don't try it. Florida, Nevada, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wyoming, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. So long story short, y'all better hurry up and wind all of this little traveling up because, baby, they're not going to shut the country back down because they can't afford to do that. But this virus is going to get aggressive again, and we're going to be in a trick bag. So I'm going to sit it out for a minute.
Even though a lot of my friends have said they're not going to shut it down, I don't know, Art. I really don't. Because if the cases continue to escalate like they're doing now, and people are still, because see, it's interesting. The media has still not reported. Remember when the pandemic first hit, how many lives were lost? They're not talking about that now, but people are still losing their life.
Yes, yes, they are. Okay, so now Betty just posted on the social media site. Hey, Betty, thanks for joining us tonight. She said, I have a legitimate card. I take it that's from Northwestern Hospital, printed on one side only. Well, because the back of mine is for other booster shots.
Yeah,
So,
that's same as mine. So again, how will you know? I think, as I said, if you have something
right,
independent like a QC code, and that way, like I hear you, Miss Debbie, second wave, because it's
right,
coming. It's coming. No,
right.
no, no, it's coming. It's here. It's here now.
Because I'm in question of what hospitals only use the one side cards,
I'm
and then
surprised.
right, and then is that something that everybody knows? Because again, as I told you with my recent travel, I had my card with me, I had test results. They were like, nope, it's an email that we sent you, that we checked, we proved it. You need to pull up that email. That's how you get ready to enjoy this paradise. And I had to stand there and do it. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, another thing too, we want to kind of tell you guys that if you are traveling right now, be very, very careful. There was a fight on a Frontier airline flight going into Miami. Two flight attendants were injured. That situation has not stopped, with people being aggressive towards flight crews and just not acting right. And it seems to be on certain airlines. Preston just said, and I saw this on the news today, there are riots at Spirit Airline terminals. 227 flights have been canceled today. I was getting ready to say, I did see that where this is crazy as well too. Spirit passengers were stranded at multiple airports on Monday, sleeping in terminals after weather and some operational changes caused for over hundreds of delays and cancellations over the weekend. And one lady said that people had been in the airport since Friday. People were stranded in Puerto Rico for over 30 hours with no word. The woman ended up paying $1,300 on another airline to get
Ooh.
back to where she had to go. Yes.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely. Because if you got to leave and get where you need to get, you go to the airline and you buy what's called a ticket at the counter type of situation. And if it's
Mhm.
last minute, it's gonna cost you that. Oh, absolutely. It's gonna cost you that with no
Wow.
doubt. No doubt. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So we want to remind everyone to please stay at home, do your part. I know everybody wants to travel and get out and do some things, but the way this uptick is going, I'm concerned about that. Now, major employers are requiring employees to be vaccinated. Disney, quite a few other companies. I have no issue and problem with it. You and I are both fully vaccinated, but then there are people who still do not believe in the vaccine. There are people
Nope.
who do not want to get it. I don't know, what will we say to them, Kay Renee? I mean, I guess we have to see more death and destruction for people to believe it. Look, as they say, fat meat is greasy.
Well, I mean, again, if there are individuals that we know or we don't know that we come across and they say we not been vaccinated, I will stand politely. I will practice physical distance and I'll just ask, "Where's your mask?" And they
Right.
said, "Well, I don't have one." Well, bye.
Right, right. Very good. All right.
That's
Well,
it.
we want to remind you guys we are a health and wellness show. Debbie says she's flying to New Orleans Saturday via Southwest. Well, Debbie, we wish you the best. Stay
Yes, because
up. Debbie, you know what to do. You're a traveler.
right.
You handle this. You travel just like I do and all that good stuff. So take
Be
care of yourself
safe.
and do the right thing. We want to remind you guys, as we said, we are a health and wellness show. So please make sure you wear your mask, whether you're vaccinated or not. I'm sure they're going to try to do some type of mandate soon where people do
Oh
wear
yeah.
indoor public places. I see a lot of theaters are opening back up. A lot of production
Uh-huh.
companies are coming around. I don't have a problem with wearing a mask in a public place. I don't. I really,
Neither do I.
I don't. My mask tonight says, "Be bold, be as bold as you want to be. Live your life, live your truth." There you go. Be bold, be bold.
Hmm.
Wear your mask, cover up, and do the right thing.
Absolutely.
Debbie Green says, "Stay in Chicago and get the shot. Get a shot." I don't know.
Shot? Wait a minute. She asking stay in Chicago and get shot? Oh.
Where's that wrong? Yeah, right, Debbie. Okay, Debbie, please. We're gonna have a whole show on crime next week. That let's not kill the vibe tonight.
Please, no.
Vibe. Absolutely. We're gonna have a whole show next week on crime here in the city of Chicago. Okay, would she says her son's 30th birthday and she's got to go. All right.
Well, happy birthday.
Right. Happy birthday to your son and be safe.
That's it.
He says, I want to see Respect in a theater. I do too.
Yes, same here.
I do. I was with my 86-year-old auntie. She actually had a birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
She said, I want to go see that Aretha movie and she didn't say her birthday, but she just said she wanted to go see the Aretha movie. So I said, okay, so I'm gonna have to take her as soon as they open the movie theater up and do a lunch type of thing with take her to a good movie experience and then get out of there before it's all said and done.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Well, you know what today is? I posted it early. Today is Black Women's Equal Pay Day. Now, let me say, when I put on my Facebook, we work hard for the money. But interestingly enough, let me just share some things with y'all. That women, and it means other than black women, make only 80 cents for every dollar white men make. And how much you think black women make?
How much?
63 cents off the dollar.
What? And why is that? Why? And
well, now you don't want me to start talking.
Well, we do have a guest in about 4 minutes.
That's right. We don't. But just like equal pay for women and men, African American women, we just get the short end of the stick. So today has been designated Equal Pay Day to remind people that we are worthy. We know our worth. Right. And it's damn sure not 63 cents off the dollar. Sorry.
Yeah, that is true. That's horrible. That is really, really horrible. And black women have been the backbone of most corporations, companies, all of that. And to know that women are not being paid like that, it's disturbing. And then black women even worse. So
that's right.
Equal pay for women.
That's right.
For women. EAAA. Equal pay. Yes.
Equal pay. Thank you. Thank you, Chat Daddy.
You're welcome, darling. Look, yes, we have to support that 100%. All right, what else do we have going on in the news?
Well, wait a minute. You sent me an article about Ice-T and his wife. Now, I am not a mother, biological, right?
Yes.
But apparently, she is still breastfeeding their 5-year-old.
Wait, what in the googly gracious are you saying, my dear? I read the article and I was waiting for a ha-ha, but now you read it more in detail. And what are you saying again?
She is breastfeeding her baby, and the baby is and the baby is a daughter, because I've seen the child look just like Ice-T. He can't say, well, that's not my child. Yes, that is your child.
That is your child. Yes.
She is breastfeeding at 5 years old. So I want to ask the women in our audience tonight, for those who are mothers, where's the cutoff point for children to breastfeed? I certainly think 5 years old is way beyond the cutoff point.
So I have a question here, and please help me. Please help me, please.
Yeah.
We got a guest coming up, so even if we have to save this to the end of the show, I didn't know milk produced that long. I thought it was like
I'm sure it can. And for what now? This is a direct quote. She said, according to Coco, it's more than a nighttime comfort to her daughter than anything else. She does eat solid foods, but she says Chanel still likes my boobs. We may have to, when Dr. Janet comes back, I'm going to ask her that question.
Yes. Like you getting ready to make me book somebody on this show just to have this conversation.
Yeah.
You know, because I am speechless that a 5-year-old child would still be breastfeeding and that a mother would be allowing the child to still breastfeed at 5.
Because psychologically, that's going to have it may have a detriment impact towards the child. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just thinking outside when the baby cuts teeth. Okay, thank you, Debbie. When the baby start cutting teeth, I'll be like, oh, no.
I mean, right. I mean, I just cannot imagine you are breastfeeding a 5-year-old child, and then do you pump the milk before, or do you just put on the tit when you feel, excuse my French, y'all, but I'm trying to figure out how does that even make good sense, and what woman would have that type of time?
Coco said that she likes her breasts. So
okay. Yeah, we'll have to have a doctor on.
We will.
We'll have a doctor on. We'll talk about this because that's interesting to me. You know, I've heard stories like that. My grandmother used to tell stories of you know, kids getting to be too old and having to wean them off the breast. But then again, these were stories my grandmother told me. And right. So, okay. All right. We'll leave that at where it is. All right. For those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys on this beautiful Tuesday evening. We want to remind everyone to please enjoy as much of this cool weather as you can. It is supposed to get warm this weekend. Hot, humid, and warm. But guess what? There's nothing better than a wonderful back-to-school festival in August to get you geared up to go to school. That's the way I look at it. The birthday is coming up. It's that time. It's that season.
The time of year, yep.
So if I'm not mistaken, our guest that's coming up is celebrating her 17th year. Now, I don't know if because of the pandemic, is she going to be like the Olympics and make it like 17 and a half, or is she going to shave a year off? But we're going to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, we are honored to have her with us this evening. She is Illinois State Senator Mattie Hunter. She represents the 3rd District here in Illinois, and her office will be hosting their 17th annual health fair this coming Saturday. Yay! And I tell y'all, it is always a good time. Look, they have to put me out at the end every year. Every year. I tell people I'm an overgrown kid with a hormone problem. That's how much I love her event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Illinois State Senator Mattie Hunter.
Hey!
Yay!
Hey, Chat Daddy, how are you?
Good. How are you this evening? Happy summer. Just an honor to have you here with us this evening. How have you been?
I've been wonderful, thank you. How have you been doing? And how are you, Karen?
I'm good, State Senator Miss Hunter. How are you?
Girl, I'm going with the flow.
That's all you can do.
You know what? I guess what we kind of want to talk to you about to begin with, you know, none of us ever thought a pandemic, the world has changed around us. How have you been adjusting during the pandemic?
I've been going with the flow, Chat. I basically have gained about 12 to 15 pounds.
Oh, you skinny. The rest
okay.
Of you, right, you was eating only sardines.
Don't let my face fool you, honey. You look at these hips, honey.
Okay.
It's more than
That's all right. It's all love because we in the same boat. We in the same situation. Yes, we are. Well, you look good.
But I've been adjusting, you know, with the Senate, we've continued to have our hearings and our committee hearings and business on the floor via Zoom if we weren't in session. And then they just called us down for session. So they made sure that we were tested every other day in order to go into the Capitol, you know, to secure everyone for safety, you know. So, you know, you do what you got to do in order to take care of the people's business. So that's what we do.
Very good.
Well,
exactly I want to congratulate you. You've been serving the people since 2003 in your position. Whenever I'm around you, you're always a joy to be around. And what I love more than anything is, am I correct about 17 years of you doing this wonderful health fair and back to school event?
It might be 18 years. I know we did not have it last year because of the pandemic, but
Okay.
We missed 1 year, so probably about 17, 18, honey. I lost count of. We had
right.
fun.
Look, Senator, we'll just make it 17 and a half. That sounds
there we
trendy.
go. That's right.
Trendy. That's very trendy. So what made you come up with doing such a great fair like that? People come out, they get free services. Just the giveaways are great. What made you come up with this? Of course, you want to serve your people, but it had to have been something that turned that light on.
Yeah, well, you're right, and that's an excellent question. So I used to play when I was coming up as a youth and a young adult. I played softball on a regular basis, and so myself and all of my siblings were always in physical fitness or physical shape, And so when I went down to Springfield as a freshman, there was a magazine article that stated that Chicago was, at that time in 2003, was the fattest city in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked over that. Art, I said, now how in the world could this happen? And they were talking about the children not moving around like we did, and they not participating in activities at the park district, and just being children and having a good time,
Mm-hmm.
And I was very concerned about that. And so I decided that the only thing and the best thing and the quickest thing that I could do about it is to have a health and fitness fair and have it centered around movement, physical activities, and bringing in folks that could help people move around. And that included, we had activities for youth, the senior citizens, young adults, and for adults,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's how it got started. And I didn't have any money to get it started my freshman year, so I've self-funded it. And White Sox Park is in my district, so I went over there and talked to the sports authority, and they said, well, the only thing you can have to use over here is the parking lot, and you can have it on a Saturday. We have no game, because I did not want to have it inside. I wanted it to be outdoors so that people driving past can see,
Mm-hmm.
So we attracted people with flyers. We had balloons outside, and it was, we only had about 30 some people that showed up that year,
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I took it, and then we just grew it to where we are today. 1,500 people that come and participate.
What?
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Wow.
It is huge. We have about 50 vendors that will participate this Saturday, and I literally raise monies for this event to pay for it so that vendors can participate free. There's no charge. We feed everybody. We grill hot dogs and hamburgers. We feed everybody. We have the Jesse White tumblers. We're giving out COVID vaccines, and we're testing people. The Secretary of State's office is participating. And we're just having a good time all day long. We got a DJ that's going to be spinning records, and if you don't have any health insurance, you can come there and get a free health screening, check your blood pressure. We got somebody doing eye exams. We got massages. Y'all, we have a good time every year. So y'all come on.
That's
back
great.
too on Saturday.
The last time I attended was in 2019. I just want to give you guys a testimony. It was amazing. Hot dogs, hamburgers were great. This is before my dreads were long. Look, I even got a haircut before I left. It was
right.
in
for the kids. That's right.
Yep, the entire community is embraced at this event.
Absolutely.
And people of all walks of life come out, and it really is a nice time. And look, K. Renee, they had to make me get out of the bouncy house. I thought I was like one of them little kids. I got in there, and look, little kids were flying everywhere,
I know, they sure were.
Yes, it's a good time.
But we're not bringing back the bouncy house this year because of COVID. We don't want folks to be enclosed. Everything is going to be outdoors, and perhaps next year when COVID is over with, then we can bring the bouncy house back. But we still have some wonderful activities that's going on. And like I said, kids can come get their hair done. And I understand that we'll have a hair braider for the girls. Just make sure your hair is clean and shampooed and conditioned before you get there,
Right.
And we got some cartoon characters walking around playing with the kids. And book bags. We have book bags and school supplies that we give out to the kids, because this is we have also made it a back to school event. So young people, parents, if your children need inoculations to get back to school or to start school, we're providing, and all you need to do, if they've had any before, bring their inoculation cards with you, please. But we will have free inoculations there, so you can help. We're helping you get your kids ready for school.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
You don't have to pay any money for any of these activities.
Wow.
Right.
And we'll have a raffle where one of the vendors told me that they were going to give out. They was going to raffle off some bicycles for the kids, and another said they were going to raffle off some computers for the kids to get ready for school. So we're ready, y'all.
Senator, what time is the event on Saturday, and how long does it run till? And I just put it on there. Is it on the grounds like always from 34th to 35th on State?
3300 South on
3300. Okay, let me edit that. Right. I thought I had it right.
Yeah, change State to 3300 South on State Street. You can't miss it. And there's free parking at IIT's parking lot on 34th and State, and 32nd and 34th and State. We have signs up that says free parking, and just come on, y'all. And have a good time.
I thought I corrected it. Hold on. And what time do we get started on Saturday?
From 10 o'clock. We'll start at 10 o'clock in the morning, from 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. I understand. I checked the temperature, and the temperature is going to be
hot.
92 degrees, or maybe a little rain in the morning, the forecast states. But bring your umbrella. But it's not going to last long. It may rain before the event starts,
Let me tell you guys this. We have such.
It's hot outside, so the vendors, we have tents, for every single vendor, and folks out there giving away all kinds of little trinkets and souvenirs, and you'll be able to register to vote, And so we try to think of everything. The city key is going to be out there, and let's see now. What else, y'all? We're gonna and we're honoring breast cancer victims, first responders. We had because of COVID. I tell you, our medical professionals, they were strong. They stood in there. They hung in there. The nurses, the practitioners, the physicians. They helped keep people alive, as many as they could. And so we're honoring them, as well as breast cancer survivors and victims of crime there.
Very good. Yep.
Yes.
Let me tell you guys, in 2019, K. Renee, remember we first went in this pandemic, and I said I had so many hand sanitizer bottles. Well, guess what they give out at those type of events?
We sure
Very
do.
good.
Very
good.
Yep.
And, We'll have masks there, and we'll pass out masks, and probably some gloves as well.
Very good.
So we're ready. We just need y'all to show up. Show up and show out.
Yes, this coming Saturday on the campus of IITU, guys, 33rd and South State Street. Free parking in the lots right around there. There's music, food, plenty of social distancing space. You do not have to, even if all the people she invite show up, that campus is beautiful, plenty of space, and the event every year is fun, had by all, and it's just wonderful to see people of all walks of life come out and enjoy the event. In closing, Senator, any thoughts and wishes you want to give everybody as we move forward? Yes. Fall is coming in. We're worried about this Delta variant, but what are your closing thoughts to everyone?
Well, my thoughts, first of all, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, because Saturday would not be possible without them. Friend Family Health, University of Chicago Medicine, Commonwealth Edison, PepsiCo, Kate Security, okay,
Yay.
Task, and our major sponsor that's been with us, and the host. Well, the host is Task Incorporated, as well as the Institute of Positive Living. That's Joe Hutchison over at Task. He's a new CEO over there. And our Reverend Maurice Coverson. She's the long-time president of Institute of Positive Living. And I just want folks to know that please be safe. Don't let your guards down during this COVID. They have this other piece coming out now that's out already, the variant. And they say that it's more deadlier and more contagious than COVID, So people, protect yourself, whether you want to wear a mask or not wear it. And please get vaccinated. We're not charging you any money. In the city and the state and the county, they have vaccination locations everywhere. It's everywhere. You can hear about it on the radio, the television, the newspapers. Just get up off your butt, y'all, and go over there and get the vaccination and get tested. If you visited a state that you know that there's a high rate of COVID, come back home and get tested and protect yourself, because we don't want you to get sick. We want you to be around so you can enjoy life and enjoy your families. Okay, so do not fall for that nonsense that you've been seeing and reading about on the internet. Get vaccinated, please. Please get vaccinated. We love you.
I love it. I do.
And we need you.
She's absolutely right. Senator, we have a saying here on our show that we've coined it. We said that, and we hope you join our campaign as well too. But we said we will be wearing masks until Junvember of 2025. Now, Senator, you've never seen Junvember on a calendar, but we're trying to talk to as many lawmakers as we can for you all to help us implement the month of Junvember. It's gonna be hard, but we're working on it. So just join our little campaign on this show. Right. But we are telling people to please wear their mask until Junvember of 2025, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Chad Daddy, and thank you, Karen, for the opportunity. I really appreciate you.
You're very welcome, Senator.
And come by if you guys can. Stop by and have lunch with us.
Yes. Kay Renee, we may pop down there for a few minutes.
Okay, and former State Representative Ken Duncan, he's going to MC for us.
Oh, yay, very good. I've not seen him in a minute, so that's good.
My former colleague, my former state rep, Ken Duncan.
So very good. Well, we're excited about that. We may pop down there Saturday for a few minutes to show some love and support.
Okay.
Well, thank you for always being so gracious. Yes, thank you. Saturday, you guys, the campus of IIT 33rd and State. Please, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get there early. Make sure you take everything you need to stay hydrated, sunscreen, all of that. And we look forward to talking to you again really soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Illinois State Senator, the legendary Miss Mattie Hunter of the 3rd District.
Yay.
We love you. See you later. Have a good night. Thank you again.
Bye, Senator.
I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Oh,
bye.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
See you Saturday. Bye-bye. Oh, that was amazing. She is so wonderful. I just love her energy, spirit. Just always about the people, and just really a great woman. I love her to no end. And I remember when she got elected into that position. So yes, always very good to people and been good to me. So yes, hey man, see y'all Saturday. Look, girl, we're gonna go have us a hamburger and we gonna and that, look, no more bouncy house. Dang, I'm gonna miss the bouncy house. I was like, man, if you don't get your big old out that bouncy house, I was like, wow. So yes, all right, very good. Well, Kay Renee, boy, we got a lot going on this show this evening. I'm still stumped about the breastfeeding the 5-year-old. I'm just right. Baby, I am just still stumped about that.
Well, I mean, we're going to switch gears about the breastfeeding, because you had sent me an article about this principal. I don't know. I think it's in Ohio. He's based in Ohio, Colleyville. Now, you know, a city like, or town like Colleyville, you know what type of demographic it is. But basically, this principal was, I think the board had reached out to him and said, you need to remove a photo from your social media platform because it was very questionable. Now, let me just start by saying this. The principal was African American.
Yes.
His wife is Caucasian.
Yes,
and so the photo, which is a very loving photo, but to Colleyville, and I think they're based in Hawaii. Oh, sorry, not Hawaii. Excuse me, Ohio.
Yes.
So that should tell you something. Red state.
But I have never even heard of the city or the town or whatever.
Neither have I until I saw this article.
Right.
And apparently they asked him, and he's a high school principal. Let me just say this. The board had asked him to remove a photo embracing his wife on social media. Now, again, it's a loving photo. But here's the deal, ladies and gents. He had a tattoo on his side. They were on vacation.
Right.
And so it was a professional photograph done on the two of them. And so, you know where I'm going with this. Because the reason why they said, because comments were made saying, is this the way you want your educator to be? The only reason why they said that is because he married a white woman.
I believe that too. Because otherwise the picture was very tastefully done.
It was.
They look really great. They look like they were on an episode of Falcon Crest or something like that. But I couldn't understand. So yeah, that was being messy, and that was the race situation that played a huge part in that.
Absolutely, because when an NBC affiliate interviewed them, the wife was in tears.
Yeah,
she said, I don't understand. And I will say this: one of the parents stuck up for the couple, saying it was tastefully done, as you stated. He's married to this woman. Why must we go there? But again, and we're going to talk about that with our next guest.
Yes, absolutely.
This is still racism. Still exists, y'all. If you think it doesn't, keep living.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, for those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. Woo-hoo! Your favorite entertainment, news, and variety show. We really appreciate you guys, all your love and support. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, The Real Chat Daddy Show. Go over to both those pages. Like the show. Please like the show. We share a lot of great information on this show.
Yes, we
had
do.
A wonderful conversation with Illinois State Senator Mattie Hunter about a free, wonderful back-to-school event this coming Saturday. And our next guest is here tonight. We put it up to the gods last night, hoping that we could get her. We had a very eye-opening conversation with historian Mr. Charles Smoot. Chuck Smoot, as we call him. He was here last night to talk to us about Red Summer, the 1919 Chicago Race Riots that took place between July 27th and August 3rd, which is tomorrow, in 1919. During the riots, 38 people died, 23 of them were Black, 15 were white, and it was estimated that over 500 people were injured and over 1,000 Black people lost their homes in this process. So here to continue the conversation and to talk about the life and times of the young man who was killed in this and how she has been continuing to keep his legacy alive is not only a dear friend of mine, but a hell of a historian. She is Tammy Gibson of Sankofa. Welcome to the show tonight. Yay! Hello there. Hi, Tammy. Hello, darling. Happy Tuesday. Tammy, look, every time I see you, I want to say Happy Black History Month because you just don't live Black History in February. You live it 24/7.
Every day. That's right.
That's right. Today's Black History Month.
Right. You live it 366 days. We even gave you an extra day since we cheated in February. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing tonight, Tammy?
Oh, I'm doing so good. I'm so happy to be on your show. Thank you for the opportunity.
It is a pleasure as always, Tammy. Whenever you come on, you help us to understand so many things. I told you I have a cousin that's a big fan of yours, and we just love you for all of your valuable information that you share. So now let's talk about Renee. Let's talk about this Wall Street Journal article that my friend tweeted in. Please help me. Yeah.
I was so proud. I'm looking through the Wall Street Journal. I said, I know this one. And she talks about Eugene Williams, and this is why I'm going to be honest with you all. That was when I found out about the 1919 race riots, was through your article.
Yeah, and you know what? It's okay, because a lot of people don't know about the race massacre, but you know what? You know it now.
Yes.
And that's why I use my platform, because everybody talk about Tulsa. Everybody Tulsa, but there was 30 other race massacres that happened during that time. And you know, Tulsa was very traumatic because it was 35 blocks of businesses and homes that were completely destroyed.
Right.
And like I said, you know, Chicago, the race riot in 1919, and in 1908, I believe, was the Springfield race massacre. So during the from the 1908 till 1921, I mean, there was just race massacres all over the United States.
Wow. Tammy, before we get into this more in detail, what made you want to become a historian? Because what you're doing now is trying to correct a lot of wrongs. And it takes a really strong-willed person to correct wrongs. What made you go in this direction?
Well, it was going to Africa for the first time, going to Egypt, that I went with Chicago State University. And I view the world as a classroom. So that experience for me going to Egypt, I want to come home, and that's what I wanted to do. I did not know what I wanted to do when I got my degree, but, you know, just getting in my car and just driving around and looking for unknown history. And that's what's important to me, because I tell everybody that our history is more than Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and Harriet Tubman, because people think that's the safe people. Right. But I always look for the unknown people that people don't know about. And for instance, you know, the Chicago Race Massacre and Eugene Williams.
Right. So now that took place 101 years ago, correct? If I'm not
today
mistaken.
Was the day that the race massacre ended, August the 3rd.
Oh, so today is August the 3rd. I thought it was tomorrow, but you're right. That's why we had you on the last day. So now give us your account of what happened that day. Not that you were there, but from your research and studies, what happened that day?
Well, from my research, there was already racial tension going through that time. So after the World War I ended, white veterans, white soldiers came back home, and there were no jobs because the black people had the jobs. So there was already tension, racial tension going on. And with Eugene Williams crossing over the invisible line, that pretty much just boiled over and just started racial tensions all over the Chicago, South Side area.
Wow.
So pretty much Eugene Williams was, it happened on 29th and Lakeshore Drive. If you walk down that jogging path, you will see a big boulder, which you can just pass by and not see it. But on 29th and Lakeshore Drive, Eugene Williams and his friends this was like a real hot day. It was like over 100 degrees that particular day, July 27, 1919. He did not know how to swim, so they were on a raft with his friends, and there was an invisible line. And he did not know that. How can there was no buoys or there was no, rope to separate the blacks from the whites. And his raft just accidentally just drifted into the white section. The white beachgoers were angry and started throwing rocks at him, and Eugene Williams drowned. And that pretty much just sparked a racial tension that lasts from July 27th to today.
Wow. And so you recently had a movement to be able to have a tombstone placed on his grave. So now wait, Tammy, we talking about 101 years ago when this happened and this man died. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what happened to his legacy, his history. Even though he was 17 years old, this is, to me, the original George Floyd. I mean, and no disrespect to the Floyd family, but this was the original.
Exactly. So when I think of Eugene Williams, and I'm talking about people in Chicago, I think about Emmett Till.
Yes.
I think about Laquan McDonald, and I think about Sandra Bland.
Yes.
I immediately think about that. But little history is known about Eugene Williams. He was born in 1902 in Georgia. His family was, I believe, William and Lula Williams. Don't know when they moved in because there's not a lot of history regarding Eugene Williams, but they moved to Chicago. Eugene Williams was a porter. He worked at a grocery store in the south side of Chicago. And I believe that he graduated from Wendell Phillips the same year that he died.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's very more history about Eugene Williams, and I'm still trying to. I'm gonna go to the library of the Woodson Library to see if I can find any information about Eugene Williams. But his father passed away, I think, 2 years after Eugene's death. He had an aorta blockage. His mother filed a lawsuit against the city of Chicago and got a settlement for $500 for the death of her son. But there's very little information about Eugene Williams. We don't know if he had siblings. The committee that I'm on, that I spearheaded, to find Eugene Williams' headstone. So I went to Lincoln Cemetery, wanted to confirm with the cemetery that he's actually buried there. And he's buried in the old section of Lincoln Cemetery, section 5. And when they found the exact location of his grave, I asked them, for permission, what are the I guess protocols of getting a headstone, and they said it would have to be owned by somebody or a family member. So when they looked in their records and found out there was no information about the person, it was a potter's field back during that time,
right?
And so they gave me permission to get a headstone. So I put it out there, and I got some other people that want to get involved. A big shout out to Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Sigma Omega chapter. We raised over $5,000. That fraternity paid a majority of the headstone, and so we're excited to have it unveiled in 2022. But COVID happened, and it pretty much halted us getting a headstone for last year. And I'm just on cloud 9 because we had the unveiling. I think it was last weekend. 3 years in the making, trying to get this done. We had tried really hard to find descendants of Eugene Williams, but we were not able to find anyone. But I'm still going to keep looking to see if I can find any, descendants of Eugene Williams to let them know what we did as far as giving him a proper headstone.
When I saw it on the news, it brought tears to my eyes. And what's so funny, Tammy, I recognized your feet in the clip on the news. I said, wait. I said, that's Tammy. And then Kay Renee and I were talking, and she said, well, it was in the Wall Street Journal. And I said, what? I said, oh my goodness.
Because I featured her on my LinkedIn profile. So I tagged her. I said, this is Tammy.
Right.
Because someone called me, and it was like, go get a newspaper. You're in the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, you're the Wall Street Journal.
So I went to Walgreens. I got a couple of them. They were expensive, so I got a couple of stacks. I'm give to my mama, my aunts, a few people. So
yes.
It was great.
Tammy, you really are doing God's work when you think about it. You are doing God's work to make sure our people's stories are heard. And just from the time that I've been knowing you and just watching the things that you have been doing, are there other stories like this that need to be brought to the forefront? I like how Preston said it was the Chicago Defender who brought this to the forefront. You do some writing for the Defender, but to me, you are really a modern day Nancy Drew when it comes to our stories. And so who else do we need to know something about?
Oh my God, there's just so many. And I spend a lot of time on the internet just trying to look for unknown nuggets, not just in Chicago, but all over the world. I can see there's just so many. That's why I have people get on my social media, because you're gonna learn something every day. You're gonna learn the Black History Factor, someone that passed away or somebody that was born on this day. It's just, we're a resilient people. We have so much history, and with laws that are being passed for certain parts of Black history not to be taught because, and I'm just gonna be honest, that make white people feel uncomfortable. Yes. I have allies, and they tell me, do it. Make my community feel uncomfortable because this needs to be told. And It's very important. So I just always say, if they're going to take it out of the schools, it's important for us to teach it at home. Right.
Very good. You're absolutely right. Kay Renee, anything else you want to add to this? Because this is incredible. Really, it is.
I am just so proud of you, Tammy, and I'm hoping, I know you've an author, but I'm hoping that you will publish another book about your story and your journey and how you've come to be the historian, the modern day, as Art says, Nancy Drew. But we're going to call you Nanette because, Nancy, I like Nanette.
Yeah, we ain't feeling Nancy's right now.
I'm not feeling Nancy. I'm feeling Nanette.
Yeah. Okay, Nanette. Yes. I'm sorry. My apologies. Yes, Sister Nanette. Yes, that's right. Absolutely. Tammy, what else is coming down the pike for you? What's next?
Well, I leave for Kenya on Friday.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, I'll be gone for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna take everybody with me. So follow me on social media. So I'm really looking forward to. We were supposed to go last year, but with COVID, but we're doing it. I'm leaving Friday, so I'm really excited. I've never been to Kenya before, so I'm just ready to see everything there and just share my journey. And it's not only because people feel like I'm bragging, but no, I'm educating. I'm also educating because people have misconceptions about Africa. It's just there's so many misconceptions about Africa. So me using my platform, I want you to go. I want you to go see the experience for yourself and also educating at the same time.
Yes, very good. I love it. For more information about our good friend, it's Sankofa TravelHer. That's SankofaTravelHer.com. Sankofa TravelHer. Tammy, tell everybody how they can find you, follow you on all your social media platforms.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I have a website, Sankofa TravelHer. I love what I do. I love talking about our history every single day. And I just love our people. And I have a big announcement. I'm about to locate a grave of a very, very unknown woman that she should not be a secret. She should not be. I mean, I'm waiting for the cemetery to give me the approval with the thumbs up.
Okay.
But this is a woman that, I just can't believe that her story's not being told.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Look, and all we ask for is an exclusive on here. I know you do the Wall Street Journal and all that, but don't.
I'm going to you first.
Right. Don't forget on this show. Right. I know you Wall Street Journal material now, but don't forget the Real Chat Daddy show because I
appreciate you because everything that I talk about, you've always contacted me. And you will always be the first person. If I have any hot news that's coming out, you will be the first to know because I appreciate you having me come on your platform when other people won't let me, but that's fine. But I'll know I can always come to you, and you always put me on my show to educate about Black history.
I love you, my dear. I do. I always will. You're an incredible woman.
Yes.
Again, you guys, this is not what she does for a living. She is not doing this to floss on social media. She really, really has a love and infinity for our people, how to help our people. And she really is a beautiful spirit. And I'm just honored to consider her a sister. And look, tell mama I got her magnets, please. But baby, I got them magnets. Look,
She told me, she said, you're not going to do his hair until I get that magnet. I was like, ooh.
Wait a minute. So I won't see you till after your trip, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Look, I may have to slide out there, but they are here. They are here. So we'll talk offline. But no, I don't disappoint people's mamas. When somebody's mama,
you better have my magnet. That's all I got to say.
I got her. Ladies and gentlemen, our girl, Miss Tammy Gibson, creator of Sankofa TravelHer. She is leaving for Kenya this coming Friday. Follow her on all her social media platforms. Check out her website. We just love and adore her. And I'm not going to disappoint her mama. Look, you might say bring something back. I'll be like, forget it. But if you tell me your mama said it, I'm going to bring it back on your mama.
If she don't get it, I'm going to send it to her. I'm going to send it to your house and leave. I'm going to drop her off and leave.
That's right. SankofaTravelHer.com. I love you, Tammy. Thank you so much.
Safe travels, Tammy. Okay, be safe.
I love you all.
We love you too.
Bye, Tammy.
Bye.
Tammy Gibson. Check her out. Safe travels. We just love her. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Great. Yeah. No. Somebody mama tell me to bring something back. I'll bring it back. Somebody I'll be like, girl, the package was too heavy. The suitcase was overflowing. But if a mama tell me to bring something back, I'll bring it back. I do. Boy, what a full show this evening. I can't wait to find out who this person is she going to unveil. Tammy been unveiling some things.
Yes, she has. I mean, as I said, when reading the Wall Street Journal, I'm looking, and it's a beautiful picture of Tammy. They show, Eugene Williams. I said, I know her! Yay! Yeah. I was just so happy. Just so happy. She's getting the recognition that she truly deserves.
Yes, absolutely. Well, coming up tomorrow night, we are going to have a really, really interesting conversation with a triologist. She is a licensed educator and a certified health coach. And I know you sitting there saying, now what is it's a trichologist, TRICHOLOGIST. And the reason she's joining us tomorrow evening is August is National Hair Loss Awareness Month.
Okay.
And so we're going to talk about 6 things of why you could be losing your hair. And then you and I are going to play some truth and dare with her, or true and false, I should say, not truth and dare, but true and false. I must need to play truth or dare. True or false about different things with your hair. And believe it or not, I stumbled upon this woman. And even though I'm very proud of my hair, she did an analysis on my hair today that was absolutely frightening.
Oh no!
It was absolutely frightening.
Oh goodness!
Told me I had a great head of hair, that how beautiful my hair was. She could even tell how long my hair had been growing, everything. But when she did that microscopy thing on me today, baby, it was a hot mess. And that's a result of me being at the beach a lot and the sun. Interesting. So make sure you guys get all of your hair questions tomorrow night. She's going to tell us 6 things that can change your hair. And here's the other piece, and I was saying this to her today. I noticed so many of these men that are getting man weaves, or we used to call it toupees back in the day.
Right.
But what I find interesting is it's a lot of young guys that are getting these toupees. These are young guys. These are not guys in their, early 50s or mid 50s. When you look on social media, these are guys in their 30s.
Wow.
I know a young man in his 20s. That would wear weaves or whatever the case may be. And, again, I only grew my hair out because of my cancer and was being told that I wouldn't have any hair. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow evening. It'll be very emotional, very, very emotional.
I know it will be for me.
Well, we're going to be talking about it because August is National Hair Loss Awareness Month. All right.
Okay. All right.
Tomorrow night. All right. K. Renee, what else we got? We got anything else before we skadoodle?
Well, we talked about it briefly. We kind of alluded to about the rowdiness of these passengers, but with Spirit and American Airlines, they canceled over 1,200 flights in 1,300 in the last few days. And this is not just Spirit, American Airlines. So, the shortage of the pandemic, people not coming, they laid folks off. And so now with the travel season at its robust time, folks want to travel. They can't find any pilots, can't find any flight attendants, can't find any other airport crew. And so this is just really bad.
It is. It really, really is. The situation that I recently had with my luggage and all of that. I've had a lot of people that work for the airline say to me, have mercy on us because we are really going through it and just trying to, get back to where we need to be. And so that's why I do have some sympathy being somebody from the industry, in the past. So I do get it. I really, really do. Yes, absolutely. Well, all right. For those of you all that are traveling, extra time, check with your airline before you go. Make sure your flight is on time. And just know it's a different breed of people who are flying nowadays. That's all I'm going to say. We were joking last week on the show where that customer service rep for another airline told a woman, honey, you need to take that to Spirit. I said, ooh. I'll just leave that where it is.
Oh, goodness.
Anything else, my dear?
I just going to give my nugget for today. And I wrote a very lengthy nugget about this particular topic. So you get a chance, check it out. But no, it's really live your truth. Make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish. It's necessary. This is Live Your Truth Tuesday. # taking care of you is top priority.
Yes, it is. For more information, top priority. For more information about this young lady, please visit karensnuggetsofknowledge.com. Karen'sNuggetsOfKnowledge.com is where you can find out all the information you need to know about continuing to get great knowledge from Madam Karen. She does a great job. The chick sitting over there. Yay! The blonde bombshell sitting right there. Yeah. Yes. All right. What else we need to cover? Please, ladies and gentlemen, wear your mask. I know you guys are tired of it. I know you don't want to wear no more mask.
I know, but you gotta wear it.
I feel so honored that we were able to talk to an Illinois legislator who nodded and agreed that
yes, she did.
We will be wearing these masks until
Junvember 2025.
Junvember 2025. That's when we gonna wear them till.
That's right.
To wear them to then.
That's right.
We want to put an end to the spread of COVID. Now, I can't convince you to go get the vaccination. I cannot. I've been trying to tell you guys to do it. I'm not going to waste my breath, but I tell you this much. I'm going to be wearing the damn mask.
That's right.
Yes. All right. Anything else?
Nope. I think that's a wrap, chat.
You think so, Karen?
I think so, chat.
All right. Well, very good. For more information about yours truly, please visit therealchatdaddy.com, therealchatdaddy.com. That's where you can find out more information about me. Tomorrow night, again, we're going to talk about August being National Hair Loss Awareness Month. We have a great guest that's going to talk to us tomorrow night about losing our hair and what we can do to get our hair back. I've worn my hair in every type of style imaginable. I've had every type of treatment done. And so I'm just happy to be able to have such great hair at my age. But she did say today, I was like, So, right. But I'm at that age that if it did do the I ain't got no problem with switching it up again either, because I've had every hairstyle under the sun. But right now, we're trying to preserve my fabulous hair.
All right now. All righty.
My goal is to be Rapunzel of the South Side.
All right now. I'm not mad at you.
On behalf of Ms. K. Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge and yours truly, Art Chat Daddy Sims, we thank you guys so much for watching us this evening. Please go to Facebook, YouTube, subscribe to The Real Chat Daddy Show on both those pages. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Be safe, be well, wear your mask, and be all about love. We are out of here. Good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy Show.